What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video of the College Basketball Report. Yesterday, we had some crazy games. Tennessee surviving in Austin. Auburn beating South Carolina, but Johni Broome did go down. Not a good sign for that Auburn team. Prayers for Johni Broome. Hopefully he's good. Iowa State pulling off the win somehow with Texas Tech missing the layup with 1 second left in overtime. What a game. Duke, Cooper Flagg dropping 42 points. Alabama, Texas A&M. Alabama, Texas A&M playing without Wade Taylor. Battled back, but it was not enough. Number 5 Alabama, they look awesome right now. Marcus Sears dropping 27. Pharrell Payne also almost having a double-double. Those two schools, I'm sure, will have future meetings. That was a great game. Kentucky, Mississippi State, another great game. Kentucky winning by 5. Mississippi State dropping a game. Those two schools, I can also see them playing again. But, I mean, wow, just double-double, 27 points. Insane. Florida survives against Arkansas. UConn beats Georgetown. Kansas holds Cincinnati to only 40 points. What a defensive showing from really both teams there. Battling back in the second half, Kansas did. Houston destroyed Kansas State. USC pulling off the upset over number 13 Illinois at Illinois. Wow, what a game that was. Georgia upsetting Oklahoma. Georgia 14-2. They look great right now. Memphis won. Ole Miss won, and Utah State with a 4-point play in Martinez. Wow, what a game that was to close out the night. So, yesterday we had a great slate of games. Today is all right, I would say. Michigan State looking great. Look like they're about to pull out another victory, about to go to 14-2. And how about Purdue winning by 36 against a very good Nebraska team? Wow, I did not see that coming. That was an impressive one. But it is time for my top 3 games today. So my first game, I'm going to have to go with West Virginia and Colorado. Colorado's favored by 2.5. Let's go to GameCast here. West Virginia is favored to win this game with a matchup predictor, but the spread has Colorado winning by 2.5. So, interesting here, Javon Small for West Virginia. He is great, averaging 20 a game. West Virginia was playing hot, beat Oklahoma State, beat Kansas, but then just lost to Arizona by 19. Arizona has been hot lately. I don't know how to feel about this West Virginia team after that loss. Colorado has been sliding 0-3 in conference play. They do not look great so far. Lost to UCF by 1. Lost to Arizona State by 20. Lost to Iowa State by 10. So, just a rough couple stretch of games for them. But looking at this West Virginia team, losses to Pitt, Louisville, and Arizona. All unranked teams right now. Pitt, not a bad loss. Louisville, not a bad loss. Arizona, not a bad loss. So, these teams, they look like pretty bad losses. But Arizona's 4-0 in Big 12 play. So it's not a bad loss there. Louisville has also been playing great in the ACC, and same with Pitt. So I still like this West Virginia team. They did go into Allen Fieldhouse and beat Kansas, which really shows a lot about this team. So they can get it done when they want to. But Javon Small is just still playing awesome. They haven't had really any great wins besides they did beat number 3 Gonzaga by 8. So they have had some top 10 wins this year. So they also, so it's weird. They beat Arizona early in the year by 7, and they faced them again, lost by 19. So maybe that was just a fluke of a loss, I don't know. But other than that, they've been playing hot these past couple games, beating Georgetown, beating Arizona, Gonzaga. So this West Virginia team isn't bad. Let's look into the Colorado Buffaloes here. 9-5, 0-3 in conference play. Julian Hammond has been playing great. Nick Randall, that's kind of a funny stat. 2 minutes a game, he's shooting 100%. Wow. So this Colorado team, if you guys can remember last year when they beat Florida with that game-winning shot in March Madness, where it bounced around the rim a couple times, they beat them 101-100. Wow, what a fun team that was last year. Colorado this year, not the same team. They're 9-5, 0-3 in conference play. I don't know how to feel about them. Andre for them has also been playing great, 11 points a game. They did beat Colorado State. That's really the only win they've had is, and then they also upset number 2 UConn in the Feast Week over in Maui. So they have had some good wins. They've had some interesting losses. Lost to Arizona State by 20. Lost to UCF by 1. Lost to Iowa State by 28. Lost to Michigan State by 16. So some good losses, some bad losses. Just looking at this team, it's just hard to really think they could win this game. Elijah Malone also has been playing great. So Andre, Eliza, Julian, those guys will play great, I think. But I'm going to have to go with the Mountaineers on this one. I think they get a bounce back win. I think they're a good team. Interesting. How they've kind of slid this year. My second game, I got number 15 Oregon and Penn State. Oregon was hot throughout the year. Nate Biddle for them has been playing great. TJ Bamba also. Those guys have been playing awesome for them. Jackson Shellstad also. So Oregon does have some ballers. Coming off a win against Ohio State and Maryland. Those two are good wins. This Oregon team, I have had some doubts with them throughout the season. They started off super hot, 9-0, then dropped a game to UCLA with that game-winning 3. Wins over Texas A&M, Alabama, USC, Maryland, Ohio State. So they've had some good wins this year. After losing to Illinois by 32, I think people wrote them off. I'm still hanging on to them. They're still 14-2. They're 3-2 in Big Ten play. They lost to Illinois and UCLA. So it's not like their losses are terrible. UCLA has been sliding a little bit, though, I will say. Oregon has a great offense. Beat Ohio State. Beat Maryland. Beat Alabama. Yeah. So, I like this Oregon team. Let's move on to Penn State here. Nittany Lions are 12-4, 2-3 in Big Ten play. Lost to Clemson by 8, lost to Rutgers by 4, lost to Indiana by 6, and got absolutely killed by Illinois. By a whopping 39 points. Wow. So, coming off a 2-game losing streak, Penn State was 12-2. They had wins over Northwestern, Penn, beat Purdue. Their losses aren't great this year, I will say. Lost to Clemson by 8. And it's not a bad loss. Rutgers is a bad loss. Lost to them by 4. Lost to Indiana by 6. So I would say the one bad loss is probably Rutgers. Those other 3 are not too bad losses, though, I will say. Indiana's 13-4. Illinois 12-4. Clemson is also great, playing well in the ACC. Ace Baldwin Jr. and Nick Kern Jr. for them. The 2 juniors have been playing awesome. Zach Hicks also has been playing great for the Nittany Lions. I'm going to have to side with, in this matchup, I think I'm going to have to side with Oregon. It's going to be a close game. Penn State could bounce back, but I think I like this Oregon team. I still think they're pretty good. If they win today, I think I'll keep riding with them. But if they lose, I think a lot of people are going to write them off. But I'm going to have to go with the Ducks on this one. I think they'll go to 4-2 in Big Ten play and get their 15th win on the year. Those were really the top games of today. But as you scroll down a little bit, there are some pretty good games. But last game on ESPN at 5 p.m. UAB versus FAU. FAU's favored by 3.5. UAB 9-7, FAU 9-7. Both have the same record in conference play, same record in non-conference play. So, bit interesting from these two teams. FAU is favored to win this one by 3.5. UAB coming off a good win against Tulane and Tulsa. FAU beating Charlotte and East Carolina. When you look at the UAB Blazers here, beat Prairie View, Alcorn State. Have had some, I guess, decent wins in their conference schedule so far. Only lost to North Texas by 3, who is 11-4. Played Memphis pretty close a week ago. This Blazers team 9-7. Yaxel Lindenborg has been kind of carrying them, I would say. I think FAU has more star power. Wins over Tulane and Tulsa, though. Tulane's pretty good win. They're 3-1 in conference play. If we look over to FAU in this one, FAU does have experience in the tournament. Have had a tougher schedule. Wins over Indiana State, beat them by 33. That is a impressive win. Indiana State is a very good team. Lost to UCF only by 6. Lost to Charleston only by 3. Lost to Drake by 12. Drake's also a good team. Seton Hall only by 2. Seton Hall, mediocre Big East team. Lost to FGCU only by 2. Lost to Michigan State and lost to Memphis. So Memphis, Michigan State, Drake, Charleston, UCF. So 5 out of the 7 losses aren't bad. I would say their only bad losses are probably FGCU and Seton Hall. But other than that, they have been really tested, and I think that's why they're doing pretty good in the American Conference right now, is because they're ready. They're 2-1. Lost to Memphis by 28, but that's fine. Memphis is a very good team. FAU, Caleb Glenn, Leland Walker, Matas. Those guys have been playing great for them. Trey Carroll and Ken Evans are also great. So FAU does have some ballers. It's just hard to really pick between these two teams, but I think I'm going to have to go with the Florida Atlantic Owls in this one. I think they'll pull off the win. By a good amount, I will say. That's my prediction. So that's my top 3 games. You just saw Michigan State win. Purdue has won today. And you got a good game going on between Washington and Michigan. That should be a good one. Golden coming off 37 points in that game against UCLA. Wow. Michigan played great in that one. And so did Golden. But my top 3 my games for today, I got West Virginia beating Colorado, Oregon beating Penn State, and FAU beating UAB. So FAU beating UAB, Oregon beating Penn State, and West Virginia beating Colorado. Those are my top 3 games for you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow.